a municipality located approximately 125 kilometers northeast of Nairobi towards Mount Kenya. Embu is the commercial hub of central eastern part of Kenya and provides an avenue for trade, tourism, and highway transit between the national capital and northern frontier, thus normally known as the land of opportunities.
Embu County has not been left out in marketing local tourism. We, as a department, have been very keen to get the locals back to tourism. I'd like to say, for a long time, people thought of tourism as the people from the West, as people from distant lands. But our vision is to get everybody to recognize self as a key entry into tourism. And I'm looking at issues of culture. Culture is the way of the people that the tourists from outside will find on the ground. Getting that culture to every person, to every other person, understanding the culture so that when the visitor comes, you're able to take them through, to tell them how we deal with this. I know there's culture, naming ceremonies, all these things. But we're looking at encouraging people to tour places. One of our very big tourism sites is our National Game Reserve at Mwea. Local tourism, I think, is what we have been left with after COVID struck. Remember, for a number of months now, we have not been able to get guests from outside countries. Flights were cancelled. I remember this period when we had lockdown, and so you couldn't move from one county to another. So there has been such huge impact of COVID on tourism. And this is what brought us back to begin thinking we need to focus on local tourism. And so for us as Embu County, we have started putting our more efforts on getting the communities to understand the meaning of tourism, the value of tourism, and how as individuals they should interact with tourism and how beneficial it is to them. Remember, at every point, people as human beings, they'll ask, what do I have to do with it? What do I have to benefit from it? So we are also doing community education, community mobilization, getting the communities to know what it is in tourism for them, how they can contribute to making tourism better in the county, and what it is that they need to guard against. And here, I'm talking about issues of security. Our county security team has been very, very good and very forthright with security issues. And so we are telling our people they can benefit a lot from tourism and they can create tourism themselves. One of our four core areas is building of community parks. We are now coming up with a strategy to encourage every village, every community to do their little forests and build small community parks. And what that does is that it has the potential to give that particular community regular, consistent income throughout the year. Imagine having 1,000 people visiting a community park. They definitely will bring in more than one tourist or a few tourists coming from distant lands. And so that, apart from that, we are also getting our community members to agree or to understand that as a county, we have so many beautiful tourism sites. And that's why we've come up with campaigns. We are doing a lot of campaigns on social media. As a team, we have been touring different sites and doing short videos and posting them on social media, particularly on our county fora, so that our county people can see what it is in the county. Places like Ndengenjero with the beautiful waterfalls, places like Amdunda with the wildest swing in Africa, places like Mwea National Game Reserve, the Riakanau, Kenara Beach, and all these places.
Just 2 hours drive from Nairobi CBD lies a beautiful countryside town Embu, with immaculate green that leaves one grasping for freshness thanks to Mother Nature. The roadside stalls' display of fresh farm fruits gives a hint of the productivity in the large farms in the region. Our first stopover was at Hotel El Sols that offers a 24-hour room service for guests and a lavish bed and breakfast. The beautifulness of the hotel is eye-captivating, both during the day and night.
Mimi ni manager wa hoteli ambaye inaitwa Exos Hotel. Iko Semsa Embu. Kulingana na standard ambayo hoteli iko, tuko kama 5-star hotel in Embu.
The reception is awesome. The room services are a top-notch, not forgetting the highly nutritious and delightful food.
Tuko na conference room yetu, tuko na rooms mzuri, kwa standard rooms, tuko na baby show rooms, tuko na chakula mzuri. Watu wote ambao wanakuja upande wa Embu, wakaribisha Exos Hotel Embu. Sasa ile customer ameingia, lazima angaliwe, asukulikiwe. Kuna juice na kuna watermelon ambayo tunapeana free of charge. Kama mtu bana anaangalia menu atakula chakula gani. Alafu ndio waiters wakuje waende wamtafutie chakula mletee. Chakula ile watu wanapenda sana. Tuko na kuku choma, tuko na kuku wet fry, tuko na soup, chicken soup, tuko na samaki, tuko na nyama, tuko na traditional food yote aina kama marenge yote tuko nao. Sasa ile mgeni amekuja, tuko na reception. Tuko ladies wala wa reception wanamshughulikia. Kama ni mgeni ambaye anataka room, anaenda pale, ana book room, unampeleka paka kwa room, anaangalia. Mgeni wetu amekuja, amepaki gari yake hapa nje, akoshua kwamba gari yake iko sawa, tutamuoshea, tutampanguzia, tutapanguza mpaka viatu yake ule mgeni amekuja kwa hapa kwetu hotel. Tuliona kwamba Exos tuweke outside town. kwa sababu unajua town ni shida mingi, iko town kama ile jam, watu wengi huko, kelele huko. Sasa hapa tuliamua tukaleta upande hii, pale pazuri ambayo mtu anaweza jisikia hata kukaa na familia yake, anaweza kukaa na mtu wake hapa, kwa sababu kuleta saidi. In the course of the timing, lazima ni make sure customer wote ambaye anaingia ndani lazima akue ako na face mask, lazima sanitiziwe, lazima tupime pia temperature. Hiyo hiyo iko lazima hiyo. Awe nani, awe hata director lazima kija, lazima tumsanitize, akue na mask na tumpime temperature. Every week I have one day meeting, niongee na staff, nisikie challenges ambao wanapata working place. Kila mmoja atoe maoni yake, niambia kwamba mali mimi nafanyia kazi kwa shida hivi na hivi na hivi na hivi. Nafurahia sana vile staff wangu wanasafu again. Sasa inakuwa mzuri kwa sababu ya service yetu. Our service is up to standard. Our staff, they know how to handle the customers. Wanafanya kazi mzuri sana. We are located at the Embu near the Majengo area. According to the hotels in Embu, the Elsos Hotel is the best of all.
No matter how you travel or where you travel to, you should spend it in the way you would a week at the beach, soaking it all in, having a good time. The art of getting closer to nature and further away from the normal routine is what defines camping. Whether during the cold July or scorching heat of March, the fire defines the comfort of camping, and that is precisely what Camp Ndunda offers. Cooler weather, exquisite green vegetation and canopy, fresh smell of wet soil, steaming hot mug of hot chocolate, good food, campfire stories, hearty laughters and hoodies. Honestly, if you are thinking quiet times, reflection and serene surrounding, you won't go wrong with camping. It's a formidable combination of cold air, dark night, warm fire and bright stars, wildflowers blooming, brown mud, and certainly the woods are better than any night in town. The name Dunda in the local Embu dialects means fruits. Approximately 10 kilometers northwest of Embu town, off the Embu-Kimbugu Road, is the famous Camp Ndunda Falls. Located on the banks of Rupingazi River at the foot of the renowned Mount Kenya is Camp Ndunda Falls within the larger Njukiri Forest. The camp offers beautiful blend of striking, rustic and indigenous aura with memorable pictures overlooking the wild waterfalls on River Rupingazi, which gives one a refreshing breeze that caresses your nostrils, leaving one with countryside nostalgia. Listening to the gentle ripples as the water flows downstream is enough therapy for a troubled mind. The hike through the camp takes about 7 hours with an easy trekking, zip liner, border walk, and waterfall viewing.
We are here in Embu County at Gabruta Falls to experience lots of outdoor adrenaline activities for nature lovers. Stay tuned.
This is our new accommodation area. So the tent unaona huko juu si kitanda. It's that one of my colleague amecamp hapo juu. Yeah, it's still under renovation na ndio inajengwa. As you can see on the other end, we have very beautiful accommodations. Kuna cottage na kuna very beautiful huts za accommodation. It's a very beautiful cottage. And from this area, hapa ndio tunaanza our nature trails. Na this is our longest trail. Na this is our shortest trail. So one beautiful trail. Yenye tutapata outdoor adrenaline activities. That is for the adrenaline junkies. It's a very beautiful trail. Now the long one, for those who love fitness, it's a very beautiful trail. Actually, it's the longest one. Iko almost 10 kilometers. Now it's very beautiful. If you love jogging and keeping fit, this is the trail I'm talking about. Now, peer bikers, if you love cycling, you can come with your bicycle and we still offer cycles. So with this trail, the long one, it's very beautiful with supu sana. And you can see those are our lovely guests. Yeah, those are our lovely guests. Yeah, wanafanya bird watching. Still this place iko full of, iko lively sana na it's a habitat of birds. Tuko na so many bee eaters inside here. We have so many mouse birds na many other birds. And still talking of wildlife, tuko na so many wildlife inside the forest. That is in Jokeni forest, hapa Camp Dunda. Tuko na the likes of olive baboons. Tuko na the likes of blue monkeys, and the Columbus monkeys, the likes of bush babies. We have big dicks, yeah, the smallest antelopes, and so many more. Ni wanyama wengi sana. Deep inside, huko ndani sana, we have very beautiful cliffs. Yeah, for those who love nature walks, tuna so many cliffs huko ndani, na it's always an experience. You never get disappointed. Hautawahi get disappointed anytime unakuja Camp Dunda. So as you can see, those are our guests wanaingia nature trail. Yeah, this is one of the best trails around, maybe in the whole of this republic. This trail, it carries a lot in terms of flora and fauna. Na most people who come here are nature lovers, people who love adrenaline, people who love adventure.
The smell of exotic trees, leaves, flowers, and moist soil provides remarkable connection with Mother Nature undefiled.
Hapa Kamdunda Jokane Forest, tuko privileged sana kukuwa na this kind of species ya mti. We call this type of tree, there are so many as you will see around. Tunaita Newtonia buchanani. It once was more of a sacred tree back in the days. Mostly in some African culture, in our local cultures, walikuwa wanaitumia like a sacred tree. Na it's a hardwood tree. It's a hardwood tree yenye mostly utaipata hapa. The local name inaitwa Mokoi. Yeah. Na ni Embu now. That is in Embu, Kikuyu and Meru. Mokoi. Yeah. Na ni mingi sana hapa. Tukisonga hivi tutakuwa na waonyesha. It's so plenty of the Mokoi and ni mingi sana hapa. So it's a privilege. And as we carry on about birding, labda unasikia some calling on the other side. That's a hornbill calling. We have so many hornbills around this place. You can see we have a trench here. Yeah. Maybe unaweza jiuliza hii trench ni ya nini? We are privileged kukuwa ati back in the days when we had colonialists around Kenya, you not only enjoy but you learn something. Some of these trenches were dug back in the days. Labda ushaisikia when the colonialists walikuwa wanapeleka watu reserve, wanawapeleka reserve, then they used to dig trenches around the reserve ama around the forest. So these are some of those trenches.
So back in the days inamaanisha which years?
That is in the 50s. Yeah, there's this trench and there's another one on this side. They were so wide and they were so deep, whereby if the Mau Mau ama the Kenya Land and Freedom Army wakitoka from the forest, they would access the other side kwenda kuchukua chakula. So what these people did, wanachukua the captives of the Mau Mau, wanawachimbisha mitaro, then after kuwachimbisha these deep trenches, they were so wide, alafu wanachimba huko chini, they put some spikes. Anytime a Mau Mau would want to access the other side, in case akimbishwe from that side ama the other side, akikosea kuruka the other side, anaingia, anapata spikes, anakufa. That is the colonialists were the ones who were digging the trenches. That is to curb the Mau Mau from accessing the other side to get food.
So you're saying there are some of the Mau Mau activities that were done here?
Yeah. Some of the Mau Mau people were hiding in this place. It has a lot of history. It was back in the days ilikuwa thicket kabisa. And like now, sasa hiyo time kulikuwa ni kichaka, it had leopards back in the days. Yeah, and that's history.
Na leopards zilienda wapi?
Leopards with time, unajua with time, poachers, yeah, zingine zikahamishwa huku, zikapelekwa other areas. So unajua around the community, kuna a lot of people living around.
So the forest is a bit safe now?
Yeah, the forest is so safe side. That is history for our visitors. Anytime wanakuja lazima tunawaeleza. And it's the only swing found in this region. That is when I speak about Central Africa, North Africa, Eastern Africa. It's only in South Africa where you get such an activity. This swing, we always say safety is our number one priority. We normally have a harness. The harness is for safety.
In terms of accommodation, Camp Ndunda offers simple and affordable options that will see the campers enjoy their stay with a pocket-friendly service. The options for accommodation are the camping tents or hanging beds depending with the individual's preference.
The lights are working, the Wi-Fi is working, the water is running, and everything is running. Why you put this? Creativity. Creativity. Yeah, uniqueness. Huh? Yeah.
So this is made of? This is in mbao?
Yeah, kuna mbao the other side, and now this is the one type.
Hanging beds are a perfect option for reigniting childhood experiences. Mother Nature heals herself. Always plant one more tree yearly.
Hope you had best of adventure. Till next time, kwaheri.